I'm going to save that. It's a cool idea, but I kind of want them to be independent. I mean, I made my bed. Now we know how that works. Also, I really can't be bothered to micromanage an entire freaking empire. That sounds like effort. What about the national focus under the Imperial? You could just not demote. That's true. You can only do it once they are all integrated puppets. Then the UK will be known as the Commonwealth of Nations. Ah, sod it. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Right, we need to choose a new focus. We're going to do the Commonwealth Air Training Plan. Our military success... No, we're not. We're going to do the... Steady as she goes. No, we're not. We're going to wait until the war actually breaks out. Fortify the Empire, which increases land fort and coastal fort construction speeds. That's what we need. The route through the Mediterranean is vitally important shortcut to and from India. As such, it is of utmost importance to keep it open and in our hands. Construction 3. Done. We could get excavation 3. Is that worth it? Are we actually exporting anything? Bearing in mind that we just forced all of our puppets to go to to free trade. If we buy from a puppet, how much do we get? We get 10 instead of 8. See, I much prefer that rather than 80. Because this is going to have far less of an impact on their autonomy than buying 80 at a time. And because they're all on free trade, except for New Zealand, they're going to build stuff faster too. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cancel that. Because we're going to need the political power to go to war economy as soon as war is declared. Because we've been sitting on civilian factories for a long sodding time. What is France at right now? Early mobilization. Right, and then the research. So I was kind of hesitating about whether to get a excavation 3, but now that I know that I can import cheaply, I don't think I necessarily need to. Let's get engineers. So how are my relations with all these guys now? Super high. Yeah, really high actually. And they should all be industrializing really rapidly, especially India. You look so happy. Michael Joseph Savage. We have Prime Minister Savage of New Zealand. How can we fail? The independently minded Savage. Alright, so new tech 39. We could actually go for the medium tanks. We have the design company already. You know what? Yeah, why not? Do it. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, Savage in his name. That must mean he's good. Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Oh man, I'm getting really excited for this. This is going to be a big war. Advanced machine tools, done. Let's go to the next one, which is going to be... We already got the tanks. Let's go for the upgraded artillery. I'm going to be relying on my tanks to be anti-tank. That's usually how I do things. I'm going to try and mechanize fairly hard. I'm going to have a lot of fuel. Yeah, because we're going to be able to buy fuel from the US and from Venezuela and probably the Netherlands. British Raj produces a little. Malaysia produces a little. Sorry, Malaya produces a little. Yeah, there are quite a few sources of oil. Plus, we can, of course, expand our own oil production even more. Right, so let's have these deploy in London.
Attention!
And already we can lower the autonomy of somebody. New Zealand! Costs 50. And that's just a permanent debuff, right? Yep. Alright, so we have 2 more military factories which we can assign to additional production. I feel like we should do it to those 2. Yeah. Also, I just realized we probably have a bunch of ships in training right now which are probably mostly trained and could be sent out to our fleets. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Italy and Germany have expressed many conflicting interests, particularly in Austria and the Balkans. This has not, however, prevented the countries' foreign policies growing ever friendlier towards each other. Italy has joined the Axis. Right, I'm waiting to get 150, then we can start doing a focus again. The Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, diplomats from Germany and the Soviet Union concluded what observers are describing as a historic agreement today with the signing of the Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact. And yeah, just in case, stay ahead with the Dutch. So you've got to be close to... There you go, you're doing Gateway to Europe right now, in fact. Join the Allies. You know you want to. I wouldn't want to lower the autonomy of a country ruled by Savage. He will do horrible things to you. Apparently MJ Savage died in 1940 while he was still the PM of New Zealand. Cool. Ooh, we have Sten guns. Excellent. We should start making those immediately. Alright, June 39. We could upgrade the Marines. I think we should probably upgrade the Marines. Seeing as we know, we're on an island. German Reich is justifying, don't take the war. Here it comes. Here it comes! Field hospitals 2. Right, we also need to upgrade 2 Sten guns. Right now. Recon companies. And I feel like we can probably do with 3 more motorized units in training. Okay, now we're running out of manpower, although we still have the manpower debuff, but it's only a 25% only. That's still quite a lot. It's going to be like 50,000 men. Am I going to send the BEF to France? Yes. That's part of the reason I'm building so many mobile units. And why I've been investing early in tanks, which I don't usually do. Alright, so we have another military factory. We are definitely short on motorized, so I think we could add some more to that. Because I would like to get my entire force motorized if possible. And eventually mechanized. Okay, and now we've got 160 points, so we can go and switch to whatever we like. I think that we want to... Steady she goes. Mediterranean Bastion. Let's get the bonus to construction speed. And yeah, I know they won't start lowering until I've actually hit that button. I'm still not entirely convinced I want to. It's a cool idea. But it just seems like micromanaging headache. I've got enough to do with all the navies. Speaking of the navies, I think I want the fuel depots done now. And then we'll see how well the fuel supplies that I've built up do. Do it after the war. If I continue playing after the war. I usually get to a certain point where it's like, yeah, I've had enough. Next game. That's true. How am I have so many resources? I'm barely using them. I guess it's because I'm only just building up my military industry now. Late bloomer, but you can afford to be in Britain. Better AA. This does reduce factory bomb vulnerability. Let's do that. Engineer companies. Oh, you know what we're not doing? Floating airfield. Ah, seriously? 0.61 away. And there are still several of you here. Bah, humbug. I know why as well. Screwed up a bit. You should be training fleet. You should all be in training fleet. You guys are ready to be sent out. This is the training fleet, and then I need to set my ships. You also need to be upgraded to training fleet. Where is it? Oh, I named the fleet training fleet instead of the task force again, didn't I? Yep. Annoying, because this is a system that usually works really well. Training fleet. Training fleet. And now we're just building destroyers because we actually built one of the new ships. Right, now I'm going to have to go through these because there's probably one or two automatic fills that have gone out. Yep. I need to move. Why is that unit so small? Where are all your destroyers? Oh, for Pete's sake. Hadn't noticed they hadn't filled up to full strength. Okay. All of those ships should join this. Good. Oh, it's the Jellicoe. That's a name I recognise. You two are trained already. Okay, that was pretty quick. New unit into here. Merge. Yeah, we're still short on destroyers, I think. Although this just filled up straight away to 14. And you're actually majority tier 2s. That's good. Poland refuses the German ultimatum, considering the demands. It seemed inevitable. Poland would be forced to cede Danzig to Germany, and a Polish plenipotentiary would be sent to Berlin to negotiate further terms. Ignacy Mozycki pointed to the German Reich's recent actions when stating that it was obvious Germany would not be satisfied with Danzig alone. Germany has ignored everything! It was indeed Edward Jellicoe from the Next Generation. Right, are you still training? You are. All of you are ready for duty. However. But, first of all, I get to show you how the naval stuff works. So we are going to select my recon ships. In fact, I think we can just do it by clicking the fleet and then saying, I want patrols here, here, here. And I want strike forces how do I delegate or designate which are strike forces? I can't. Hang on, I think I did screw that up. Select those three. Select patrol. Here, here, and here. No, wrong one. Not there. There. Then we select you, you, and you to be the strike forces in all of those places. So we have 3 recons and 3 strikes. Boom. And then 1 doing naval exercises and western approaches because he is still training. With the exception, of course, of those 2 ships. Done. Right, and then down here, I want you and you doing recon here, here, and here. Although you are saying that we're going to need 1 more recon ship for that, that's fine. Then you 2 are going to be strike forces here. Oh, no, 3. Sorted. So you designate which ships you want to do the recon. They're the ones who are always out sailing, trying to find the enemy. Then if they find any of the enemy, they then call in the big guns. They go, hey, strike force, over here, we found them. And then your strike force sails in and engages. Okay, so the other thing I want to do... Do I want to? It does weaken your forces over time. Yes, I do want to. I'm going to select my entire home command. I'm going to say, please do split off if you get injured. On both of those, and also on the submarines. Submarines, that's who I still need to play with. So we have the submarines, and we need to say, hey, you guys, you need to do some convoy raiding. And I think that those convoys need to be raided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 provinces. And they will automatically go to any naval bases which are near to those. So we're mostly trying to starve the Italians here. Can you use recon planes? Not really, not in the same way, because they're not really attached to the... well, yes, actually, you can use recon planes. There's a very specific way of using recon planes. Namely, you can have float planes, which are built specifically for surface detection. You can assign those 2 ships. If you mean recon planes on carriers, I don't think so. Alright, let's slow this down to speed 3 so that my ships can go out. We can watch my fuel supplies just disappear. Yep, they are definitely disappearing. So we are currently gaining 2,400 and we are using 3,600. So we are going to need to buy in fuel supplies. And I'd like to do that from my minions where possible. So we're going to buy in... maybe not. Alright, we'll buy from America. The German Reich has declared war on Poland. Poland is calling me to arms, and I will, of course, accept. So my stability has just dropped like a bucket down to 62. War support, however, has gone shooting up. We are now ready for war economy. Could even go total mobilization, though I'd need a way of countering that. Total mob is recruitable population 3. Going from volunteer only to limited is an increase of 1. Question is, do I want to go on 0 manpower for a while? Not really. Because that's going to stop me building anything. Said it wrong, Mordred. It's called America! Sorry. Alright, so difference. Consumer goods, that's a 10% consumer goods change. That's a big change. I really should go for it. I'm just wondering if I want to hold off for a little while. At least until the Mediterranean Bastion is done. We're going to do that. I can invite to faction. I can. Can I? Invite to faction. Who's this? Oh, Poland. Yeah, sure. I've heard good things. Welcome. There's a decision that will counter the total mobilization. Were women in the workforce? You are correct. There is, isn't there? Which will cost me 5 stability and requires total mobilization. It will also cost 100 political power, so I'll go down to 74. Well, that's not going to take me very long to recoup. Yep, we can totally do it. Good point, thank you. From civilian to total, so how many factories am I gaining from this? I'm currently using 27. And the factory usage has gone down to 7. So suddenly my industry just goes into overdrive. Well, let's get the infrastructure improved so I can start improving all of that territory. And let's see if the Germans are stupid enough to leave their ports. Poland's accepted the offer. Right. Is France in this war? France is in this war. So, question. Do I want to try and defend Poland? That is a tough question. With long-lasting ramifications. I mean, I should. Okay, we're going to. First of all, however, I'm going to need to select some of my naval forces. So what I'm going to do is one of my recons is going to be placed in the Baltics based out of Danzig. I'll need to hold on to Danzig in order to do this, and I'll move one of my carrier flotillas over there too. And we will, of course, offer lots and lots of air support, because that's something I'm good at. Okay, let's do this. So I'm going to set up a new fleet. And you are going to join that fleet. And this fleet shall be commanded by... Oh, we could actually put Willis in charge, get him some experience. No, he has terrible AA. This is an awful place for you to be. Fraser, however, would be at home over here. Let's put Fraser in charge. Right, so you're... Well, what's this? This is that. You're going to be strike force in the lower Baltics. And here as well, I will say. And then you're going to be recon in both of those. And you're saying you're going to need some more recon. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You are going to need some more recon. I just need more recon, just in general. Do I have any destroyers ready? Nope. I really need more destroyers. Well, that clinches it then. We need dockyards. London, Sussex. Build me another 14 dockyards. And make it snappy. Even ahead of that. Yes. Alright, we're going to wait until the ships arrive and then we're going to move the armies. In the meantime, Air Force. Air Force, Air Force, Air Force. There's already 400 planes here. Well, alright. I would like for fighters, I'm going to send, say, 400 planes. That seems like a decent number. And you're going to be on air superiority. I'm going to send another 200 close air supports. Which I'm not actually building, so they're never going to get replaced. For close air support. And we can totally use German bases for a bit of bombing. We'll hit Eastern Germany with that. We're only going to fly at night. Hopefully I have the manpower to support all of those air forces going out. Hungary has joined as our enemy. Hey, the good guys are joining. Plus New Zealand. Wait, is New Zealand actually? No. It wasn't New Zealand. They were late. Land near the Danish border to push Berlin. I was actually just going to land straight in Danzig. But I do need to get over there in a hurry. So, time to name some armies. So, this is going to be Palumbo. It's going to be the main force. The Palumbo force. And you're going to have the motorized, which I am going to leave at home for the moment. Huzzah! Joachim, thank you very much for the subscription. 2 months in a row, nice. Nice one, thank you so much for that. And then we're going to have a name which I always struggle to pronounce properly, so this is going to be a great opportunity to do so. Maharaho. Marahao. How do you pronounce your name properly? Maharao. And then we have the army group. The main combat army group. Also known as Hexdex. And because I've just noticed the most awesome name for my primary air force. Oh, they can't be renamed? Really? Well, that's disappointing. I had a great name for an air force. You really not rename air wings? Huh. Yeah. Alright. I could totally rename these fleets, actually. Home Command. Alright, I'm going to name this instead. Heresy Penguin. See, it would have been so much funnier had Heresy Penguin. Penguins being the Air Force. Oh, that's the task force. Right. I'm still going to call this one Heresy Penguin. Penguin. Then the recon fleet is going to be known as... Ping Stubbers. Ah, Stubbers sounds like he should be in a carrier fleet. Still need some more recons. So we're going to go with... Larsman! For one recon, and we're going to go for... Mr. Thompson. Right, that's all of those, right? Yep. Alright, the Mediterranean fleet, the main hitty punchy one, is going to be called Joachim. Or Joachim.